Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 7th, and today was a rainy, and more rainy day today. It was absolutely just like crazy rain all day, I'd say up until probably 7 o'clock this afternoon, or 7 o'clock this evening I guess. It finally kind of cut back a little bit. It was still just crappy weather, but it wasn't too bad. We had flash flood warnings and stuff all around the area, handful of places washed out and that kind of deal. Wasn't too bad here. I think it's 4 to 6 inches. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that stuff too often. So I just know we had a lot of the warnings going across. I kept getting weird texts and calls from people saying, "Oh, are you out running? Are you okay?" Blah blah kind of junk. And I'm like, "No, I'm in my shop working." So I went over to the shop and was in there a good chunk of the day. Not all of it, but a good chunk of the day. Had planned on getting up and going, running around doing some yard selling this morning. There was a ton of people having yard sales out. First of the month in this area. A lot of welfare checks and stuff, so there's a lot more yard sales people having. People who actually want to sell stuff and get money have them that way. End of the month, you find the welfare people who are having their own yard sales, selling back the junk they'd bought early in the month because they're out of money. So definitely, usually you find better stuff first of the month than you do at the end of the month. But with the rain, I didn't even bother going out, because I figured anybody that's got their stuff out, it was raining hard enough, they were not going to have the yard sale. And any of the yard sales that are like in the garages and in the buildings and stuff people have set up was going to be so overwhelmed with people, because there was one, tenth the yard sales there would have been. Everybody's packed in those buildings, and it's not worth fighting the hassles and that kind of thing. So just said to hell with that. Did get around, got a few things here done. Went over to the shop, worked in there for quite a while. Nothing really major. Just kind of moved a few things around here and there. But I decided to make my dog a dog bed. So I had an old cushion from an old overstuffed chair from a long time ago that I'd been kind of holding on to, thinking I'd turn into a dog bed for him. And I built it, had an old basically bed quilt or comforter or whatever. Kind of just tucked it around it. Haven't cut it and sewed it and that kind of thing, because I don't do the sewing part. So I figured whoever's going to sew it for me, I'll let them do the cutting so they can figure out where they want it exactly. How big, how long, all that kind of stuff. I did get it all tucked in. It's not painted or varnished and that kind of stuff, but it's assembled. It's just a 3-sided dog bed holder, just something to hold the cushion and kind of give it a little bit of body. And brought it inside for him. And I don't know if it was because he was pissed off at me because I was in the shop all day and it was raining outside, so he wasn't over there with me, or if it was the fact that he just don't like it. He got up on it, I kind of patted on it. He kind of walked around it a couple times, walked back off, walked up it, walked off, and never laid down. It's a little on the small side, but he fits in like the van seat and the car seat and kind of stuff in the front seat. So I know he can fit in a small area like that. He just didn't like it. So as of still right now, he is not. He lays in front of it on top of his crappy regular boughten dog beds. But who knows? I'm going to probably wash the quilt up, or the comforter up, see if maybe there's an odor he doesn't like about it. Although he laid on that comforter out in the garage. He laid on it a few times, so maybe there's a new smell on it from the garage shop he doesn't like, sawdust or who knows what. I'll give that a good washing. Plus, whoever sews it up is going to want it washed before they get it in their place anyway. I blew all the sawdust off and stuff. But like I said, maybe there's an odor on it he's not a fan of right now. So I'm going to give it another, another day or so. If he doesn't even try and use it by Wednesday, I'll probably scrap the whole project or find somebody else that they want it and just give it away. Because the fact that if he's not going to use it, there's no reason to have it taking up space in my house. So I've been looking for him like an actual chair. Just going to go buy a chair like a yard sale or a flea market or auction, something like that. I haven't found anything that I want yet that's in the price I want to spend. I mean, I can go spend $400 on a brand new Lazy Boy, but that's not going to happen. So I thought this would be the next best thing, and like I said, he's not a fan of it at all. So I got to figure something else to do with it. I got a giant, awesome piece of foam, so maybe I'll build it into my own chair or something. Who knows? But I got to figure that out still. We did try out the shocker collar today. Seemed to be doing pretty decent with it. He's still just so target fixated on stuff that I really need to figure that out. I didn't have the shocker collar on him earlier. He was out, and there was a stray dog running around outside the fence, and he was going batshit crazy. He was trying hard to get come in. Completely 100% ignored me. Had there not been a fence there, he would have been not hurting the dog, but he would have been playing with it and stuff. And had that dog ran home, he would have followed that dog for sure. Never would have come back. So unfortunately, that would have been a perfect example for me to have the shocker collar that would have seen if it was going to get his attention off something that fixated. It did work with the. I used it yesterday with the mower, and basically he was trying to chase the mower around like crazy, and he just I don't know, a couple, like 2 mows ago, he just started chasing the mower like a bat out of hell. He originally, like when I first got, was like biting the grass coming to the front, and then decided to attack the mower. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted the shocker collar, and that worked. I had to hit him 3 times with it, and then I don't know if he thinks the mower shocked him or what, but he left it alone the rest of the day when I was out mowing. Playing ball and stuff, he'd run by it, and he wasn't like scared of the mower. He just, when it was actually mowing, he was having nothing to do with it. So that right there, I know that part works. On the run, a couple times he was trying to chase other animals and stuff, rabbits, dogs, that kind of thing. I hit him a couple times with a shock collar, and I don't think he's quite realizing that that shocker collar is me yelling at him, you know, to ignore and stuff when he's not doing what I want him to do. But it's at least distracting him. So I've got the setting where I want it, which I think is like at number 6 or 7. It's got 16 settings, I think, something like that. So definitely right now it's doing something. It's just not. It's going to take a while to actually get him to figure it all out. The worst part is the fact that I don't usually, like when he's in the house here and stuff and going outside, I don't have a collar on him at all. Just because I don't. So now I got to figure out if I want to run the shock collar all the time on him, so when he heads outside of the bathroom, or if I just want to stop him every time before I let him out to put it on, like when he's going to go out and chase like neighborhood dogs. And I'm getting ready to let him back out again for the last time tonight. I'm going to leave it on him right now, because usually at night he's been barking at, I think, an imaginary raccoon or possum or something off in the timber area, and I'm going to hopefully get him to stop doing that, because barking at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning is not very good for the neighborhood. So that's pretty much all I've got for right now. It did stop raining, like I said earlier. I did go out for a run. I was going to run 5K today. Had a friend of mine on Twitter who had said the fact that she wasn't getting any chance to run. She was working tons of hours. She's been overstressed, not sleeping, all that kind of stuff. Told me to go run some extra for her. I told her to piss off earlier because it was raining. It was cold out. Decided to hell with it. It stopped raining by the time I went running, so I went ahead and ran a 10K instead. So told her the second 5 was for her, and she laughed and said thought that helped some. So anyway, that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.